Apparent attack in the Gulf of Oman today, an assault that left one ablaze and the other adrift. It happened here near the Strait of Hormuz, a major strategic waterway for international oil supply. Now, the attack is sending shockwaves through the global oil industry and stoking fears of a new confrontation between Iran and the United States. Billowing black smoke and flames can be seen coming from the midsection of the MT Front Altair, a Norwegian-owned crude oil tanker. Its crew scrambling to evacuate, all of them safely rescued by another vessel in the region. The second vessel, identified as a Japanese-owned tanker, Kokuka Courageous. It suffered hull damage, and its 21 sailors escaped by lifeboat, with one suffering minor injuries. The firm which chartered one of the vessels said it suspected a torpedo had hit the ship, and Reuters reporting a source said the other might have been damaged by a magnetic mine. The attacks, the second in a month near the Strait of Hormuz. In May, 4 Saudi Arabian tankers were damaged by naval mines in the region. Both the U.S. and Saudi Arabia blamed Iran for those attacks, something Tehran denied. Today, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo wasting no time in accusing Iran again.
It is the assessment of the United States government that the Islamic Republic of Iran is responsible for the attacks that occurred in the Gulf of Oman today. This assessment is based on intelligence, the weapons used, the level of expertise needed to execute the operation, recent similar Iranian attacks on shipping, and the fact that no proxy group operating in the area has the resources and proficiency to act with such a high degree of sophistication. On April 22nd, Iran promised the world that it would interrupt the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. It is now working to execute on that promise.
The U.S. also planning to raise today's attacks in the UN Security Council meeting Thursday. The attacks happened as Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was in Iran meeting with the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Abe was there as a kind of middleman for U.S. President Trump and warned that an accidental conflict must be avoided at all costs. The dispute between the two countries ramping up in recent weeks as Tehran appears poised to break the 2015 nuclear deal it struck with the world powers, an accord the Trump administration pulled out of last year. Today's attacks also escalating fears about the security of the Middle East oil supply and pushing oil prices up.
Anytime you have the risk of potential supply disruption coming out of the Middle East, the price for oil spikes. Traders saying, though, it would actually be going up quite a bit more than it did today, if not for the fact that U.S. oil production is at a record high, and that is helping offset some of the concern in the market.